Welcome to Sound Chaser once again. We're here tonight with Otep, and I don't have to have her announce her name because obviously it's pretty easy to know. So,
two consonants, two vowels.
Not hard. All right. So one of our questions that we like to start off with is, what's your favorite Disney movie?
My favorite Disney movie? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't remember the line between Disney and Pixar anymore. I like Up. Is that Disney or is that Pixar?
Yeah, we shove them all together.
I guess my favorite Disney movie, would be, isn't Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, I believe so.
There you go. Pirates of the Caribbean.
We actually haven't gotten that one so far, so that works out real well.
What people say, like Bambi and Cinderella, Snow White.
Wall-E a lot, actually.
Really?
Wall-E and who else have we got? We have a lot of Wall-E. A ridiculous amount of Wall-E.
Well, I like to go against the trend, so.
We're all right with that here.
All right.
We like that.
It is.
Okay, other questions for you. So where is your favorite places to tour?
Anywhere I can do what I do. I don't really have a favorite place. I enjoy hometown shows, of course. I'm from Los Angeles, but any place is great. I mean, because they all become sort of Otep Nation at that point, and I just want to play. So.
Okay. Are there any shows that stand out in your memory that were really spectacular? You had a lot of fun with?
A lot of shows. Well, I mean, most shows are exciting and fun. It's rare that we don't have a remarkable show. So I don't really think of anything that stands out particularly, but no, not really.
Okay. She loves everybody.
I do.
What was the best advice you've ever been given?
Best advice I've ever given? Trust no one.
Okay. What's the worst?
Trust everyone.
If you weren't a touring musician, what do you think you'd be out doing?
I'd probably be running for Congress or something. I don't know. And maybe prison, perhaps. Be a member of the Animal Liberation Front.
Alpha's a good organization.
I'd be the next Abby Hoffman.
What is the most ridiculous question you've ever been asked in an interview? That one right there? I had a feeling that might be it.
No, someone asked me what my favorite cheese was once. I didn't really I couldn't answer it because I don't really have. I mean, do people have that favorite cheeses? I didn't even know that was a thing. But I know what my least favorite cheese is, of course. But favorite cheese, cheese. I don't know.
In one of your interviews that I was actually watching, you were in a chat with your fans, and you made a point to say that you need to take care of your mind and your body to be successful in music. What do you personally do to take care of yourself?
Well, I'm a vegetarian, and I think that aside from the cultural, political, socio, blah 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 that I've done it for, I started it for. The health benefits are great. I've always struggled with my weight, up and down, and I've had very little of that once I became a vegetarian. But I think exercise is important for me as far as physical. I'm a runner, with a lot of weights. I used to box a little, so I do a lot of punching up a heavy bag, speed bag. As far as my mind, I try to keep it limber, learning new things. I try not to be a know-it-all, but I do want to know it all. And so I read a lot. Words are my business, so I think I should know words. And for my throat, I just, it's a delicate instrument. I think there's this idea that as a singer, especially in aggressive music, that you're just supposed to be, your throat doesn't matter, and your voice doesn't matter. But I think that's you're disrespecting the gift that you have. It's just, why wasn't you don't see musicians with their favorite guitars just pissing on theirs, or that kind of thing, unless maybe you're Hendrix. But I think that was just a one-time deal, from my understanding. But it's a delicate instrument, needs to be taken care of. So I do a lot of vocal warm-ups, a lot of vocal cool downs. Yes, the passion to scream, the passion to sing, the passion to be someone who is vocally self-expressive comes from deep inside the muses, the demons, whatever it is that is provoking you. But it is a weapon, it is an instrument, so it must be refined and oiled and taken care of. And so I do love that as well.
Fantastic. What actually brought you into wanting to sing, opposed to just writing? Because I realize that you have written a couple different books.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're very passionate about writing. What made you want to transfer that into music?
Because I'm crazy, I guess. I knew nothing about music whatsoever, so I just wanted to try it. I didn't know anything about singing. I just wanted to try it. We got signed after 4 shows without a demo. So it was this whole thing was pretty remarkable to me, still even after all these years. I don't know, I think writing, the first creative hunger I ever discovered I had was visual art. And that sort of plateaued for me and wasn't as gratifying as it once was. And servicing all of these needs that I have. So I tried writing, sort of to write stories that went along with the pictures, which then led to poetry, which then led to songwriting, which then led to vocal poetry, which then led to actually my attempts at singing. So I don't know, really, just the way the whirlwind went around, and trying to give it a shot.
Excellent. One of our more random questions that we ask everyone: if we set you out in the middle of the wilderness, would you come back alive, or are you screwed?
Oh yeah, I watched Survivor Man, and, Man vs. Wild. I think I'd be all right. I think I wouldn't. I watched that movie. You ever see that movie Into the Wild? Where that guy, it's a true story. It's about this young man who decided that he wanted to just go live in Alaska. Really nothing about survival at all, aside from maybe a couple of books he had about different wild grains and things that he could eat. And he found, I guess, this abandoned bus and the moose trails where they hunt moose, and that's where he lived, but it was right by a roaring river. And he ran out of food. He couldn't find anything to fish, nothing to eat, nothing to kill. He tried to smoke moose meat once, and it went rancid pretty bad, maggots and so forth. So then he ends up eating the wrong vegetation, and it's something that's quite poisonous to humans and shuts down the digestive tract. It won't allow any sort of liquid or solid food absorption, so he's basically starving himself to death. But yet he's right next to a river that goes downstream to where the hunters are. So he, instead of pulling out the bus seats which float, sitting on the stream, going to where the help would be, he just waited and died.
That's unfortunate.
Darwin, it's the Darwin Awards. Someone decided to eat a firecracker or something, and as it's lit, I'm not going to feel sorry for that person.
Right.
Someone who goes out and lives. It's like the Grizzly Man Diaries. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it's about this man who really knew nothing about bears, but he went and spent like 13 years or something, 13 seasons living with bears. And then he would try to swim with them, and because if he talked really sweet, he thought they wouldn't eat him until he got eaten.
Yeah, I think we were actually discussing that with Sworn and me. So
yeah, you think about people like that. Don't make me feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
I know that I can't swim in lava.
Right.
And if I do that, then you shouldn't feel bad for me. Except for maybe like, wow, poor thing, she's that dumb. She thinks she can swim in lava. Poor guy thinks that he's turning into a bear.
Yeah.
And then he speaks a secret bear language that only he and the bears know. And then he gets himself and his girlfriend eaten. So no, if I was in the wild, I think I'd be alright. Depends. What do I got with me? I got a compass? No, it's just me.
No, we packed you up on the bus.
That's it.
You were sleeping. We threw you out of the bus, and now you're in the middle of nowhere.
I think I'd be alright. The trick would be getting me off the bus. I'd like to see you try.
What is your guilty pleasure music? I know you have a very broad spectrum of things that you do listen to.
Guilty pleasure? I don't really know, but I do like. I like Alicia Keys. That New York song is very nice. I like that. I like I'm not a big fan of Lady Gaga's music, but I'm a fan of her art, and I'm a fan of her what she does for marriage equality and equal rights for the gay and lesbian movement.
What bands do you feel your fans would be interested in hearing that you know of that maybe they haven't quite gotten to hear yet, that you've maybe picked up on tour or somebody?
That's a good question. I don't know. You know, the bands we're on tour with now are great. From Dystrophy, that's that guy right there walking by. To Bury Your Dead, to all of them, fantastic bands. I'm not really sure. I don't listen to a lot of music, which is odd. I understand that, but I could suggest a great book to read, which would be Hunter S. Thompson, Kingdom of Fear. I think it was his last book before he took his own life. Fantastic read. It's a bit dated because it was written during the Bush administration. It's unfortunate that he left us because I think he'd be having a lot of fun right now.
A lot more commentary.
A lot more commentary, but
he was spiraling down quite a bit because of the drug use. So I kind of understand when he can't write anymore. That was the death of his passion.
Sure. Yeah. I think perhaps there was a bit more, and that's unfortunate to see that sort of excess had destroyed one of the greatest minds of American literature. But
I agree.
So
what is the hardest part of being a musician for you?
Travel. The travel. I'm not a big fan of that part. I love playing music. I love being on stage. I enjoy the interaction with the crowds. I do that. Leaving home is hard. Being away from loved ones is hard. And just being not in your place of residence is just hard. But so it goes. It is part of the game that we've chosen to play, and that's it. I'm a vegetarian too, so it's hard to get good vegetarian food on the road.
I'll give you a list in Arizona. Other than that, is there anything you'd like to say to wrap everything up? Say everybody to fans who may be watching.
Hi.
All right, and that's it. Now we're going to go watch the show. Farewell, everybody, and have a good night.